Okay, we're going to look at some terminology, and I cut out the sine graph from Desmos. But this terminology applies to the cosine function as well. And we're going to talk about the midline first. And the midline is exactly what the name implies. It's the very middle of the sine curve. And that can vary based on how the equation is manipulated. So the midline for this one is the x-axis, or at y equals 0. Your equation hasn't been changed, the midline's at y equals 0. What happens if we have this? Y is equal to sine of x plus 2. Think about when this equation actually passes through the midline, the sine of x equation. Let's think about it. When does it pass through the midline? Well, at 0. It's at 1. At 0, it's at 0. Okay, so sine x, the sine of 0 is 0. So, let me show you this way. The sine of x is 0. The sine of 0, I mean, is 0. And now we have the sine of x plus 2 is 0 plus 2. So, that means we're at 2. The sine of 90 is 1. That means the sine of x plus 2 is going to be 3. 180. $270. The sine of 270 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2. Sine of 360, back at 0. 0 plus 2. And here we are back at Desmos again. So I'm just going to, let me make this wider, can I? Anyway, I'm just going to add 2 to the equation. Let's see what happens to our sine curve. Well, look at that. We got the, let's see, at 0, we're at 2. Let's look at Desmos. At 0, we're at 2. So this all changed. So now we've got to figure out what our new midline is. Well, of course, it's where we are at 0. So our new midline is, gosh, that's ugly. I'm sorry about my handwriting, but the new midline is at y equals 2. That's the midline. The new midline, I should say, that for good measure. But as you might be expecting, so all you do, like, let's look at this. Let's say I subtract, I don't care, minus 3. Look at that. It shifts everything down 3. So the new midline's at negative 3. Or if I add 5, I think you're getting the point. Whoops, not D plus 5. It goes up there. The new midline's at 5.